Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Capeless Crusaders. No, I am not David Barry. He couldn't be here with us tonight, so Steve Young here is taking over.
You're not Ron.
I am not Ron. This is correct. I am the Azorian one, Anthony Esteves, here as your host for today's episode. And now to my right, we have...
Not Esteves, still not Barry, probably not Piper. I'm Amy. You can find me at iJaneUrobot on varying social media. I'm not going to throw things. I'll gently pass them behind the host to that guy over there.
Ooh.
That one.
Who's this?
Foolish mortals. He's back. Finally.
Wow!
The pipe man cometh. In a glorious homecoming return. I am the Mad Piper. Back from a long season down under. And I have returned with gifts. Mainly gifts of love. And of koala fur.
Koala fur?
Ooh.
Koala fur.
Koala fur.
That's her name.
Koala fur.
Yes.
How's it feel to be back? You're
Koala fur
back,
Lawrence.
back in the States.
It's good. It's wonderful. I loved it down there. Yeah, man. It was good. It was a long time.
It was a long
What
time
did we do?
coming.
There were a lot of crafts. There were a lot of outings
Yeah? A lot of craft and outings?
to be had and made. Yeah, we did see some things, but I went to the point where they filmed Pirates of the Caribbean 2 on the water.
Nice.
It was good. It was off the
Nice.
lighthouse in Cleveland. Not Ohio.
Cleveland?
It was in Cleveland the whole time.
Cleveland,
It wasn't in
Brisbane.
Australia.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it was wonderful, and I am going back.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back to the States.
What does this mean?
I don't know what you
Yeah.
guys do there. Never mind. Welcome back, Piper.
We
back
didn't
to the
have
show.
that in Australia. I'm unprepared.
As usual, you can catch everything we do as a podcast, whether it's social media, whether it's stuff we write, whether it's stuff we talk about, video games we do, all at our website, thecapelesscrusaders.com. Everything we have there. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I don't have Pinterest yet. Amy, you've got the same as well as...
What?
That's it. She's got those social medias.
Yeah.
Piper's got Pinterest, I think, doesn't
What?
he?
I do have Pinterest.
He does
Yeah,
have Pinterest.
it's still the Mad Piper. So
the Mad Piper.
Instagram and Pinterest only.
I wrote some things in the blog section. You can check out my writing and see what you think, or you can make fun of my writing. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Do that on
You
LinkedIn.
could write in on the
it,
website. Say
yeah,
like,
do
it
I
on
hated
LinkedIn.
it.
I hated Steve's writing. He is horrible.
Oh, I mean, or if you loved it, that's also an option.
Anyway, so on tonight's show, we're going to be talking about, of course, we'll be going around the horn, as usual. We'll be talking about some news that we've got coming up, as well as some special events we went to last week. We'll mention those soon.
Was it Australia?
It was not.
Did you go to?
It was not the land down under.
Australia
Okay.
is not
It's
in the news or the events that took
That's
place.
interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
But before we get there, it is time that we go around the horn.
There were sounds. I don't do it now.
How about that? It's
Oh.
weird
There's a
not
sound.
without Barry here. Like
I should have done it like more in the ear to give you
Getting-
the experience.
right?
Yeah.
Now,
So you just blown
Didn't
out
do it.
on one side.
right? Now, when we go around the horn, we go around the table in a circular motion. However, we no longer have a circular table, so that's impossible. We have
Correct.
a rectangular table, and we're actually facing cameras. So, we'll start off with the freshly Australian Piper.
Right. Right. So
They love that.
they do, as well as Foster's and all that other stuff.
Foster's Freeze?
So what happened? What happened was I have a gigantic thing to tell you guys.
A giant thing?
I did. My round the horn goes a little bit longer because I was on vacation. I was not on the show, so I saved them all up. And do you know what I did?
What'd you do?
No.
I had a couple of plane flights, 4 to be exact.
Okay.
So I had a few plane flights, and I done watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Logan,
No.
Lego Batman.
You've caught up.
I caught up except for Wonder Woman. I couldn't find it on anything.
It's okay. It just came out today on Blu-ray and DVD.
Yeah.
But also with Catherine, with the lovely lady, I done shown her because of the stuff that's coming up on Instagram soon. Because of the Marvel exhibit, we have begun her Marvel Odyssey in life. So she has watched Iron Man. I had to start with Iron Man.
You have
Nice.
to.
We moved on to Guardians, the first Guardians.
Okay.
And then the
Acceptable.
next one will probably be Avengers.
Well, you need some cap in there, bro.
You
We do.
gotta-
We're gonna do.
Winter
Cat.
Soldier.
She's
Winter.
curious about
Winter.
Captain because that was her favorite in the exhibit. She
Winter.
liked how that looked the most.
Winter.
Has she seen all the Marvel movies that take place before Avengers?
No.
Oh, but you gotta
You gotta build her
Then
up.
we'll do
I
the run
understand.
through that
We
way.
gotta
Understand.
run through that before we get to Avengers.
Okay. We'll do
Phase
that.
one.
Phase.
Yep.
We'll do phase. We'll do
You
it
have
in
to buy
phase then.
phases.
We'll do by phase. We'll do by phase, Catherine.
Good luck, girl.
Good
camera
call. So there was that. Then
yeah.
I done read all of Multiversity,
Okay.
all of Swamp Thing 1 because I was behind, and I caught up on all of Batman. So I was
All
like,
the Batman?
I wasn't even to War of Riddles yet, and I'm all the way up to it.
Wow.
So I've caught up through all of that. And then this week, I chose not any of those, but I chose my boy from before I had left. 'Twas Spy Seal, and it impressed me much.
Yay.
I did number 1, but I kind of want to give it a little more love. It's still very much, oh my goodness, it's so good. It's young and playful, but it is also like a semi-serious, like there is death in this book. It's not
What?
just, animals going like, oh, there's a mystery. Like it's a good story so far. It's and it left me on a bit of a cliffhanger this last week. So I enjoyed it much. There was a panel. I don't know if we have it up, but there was a where this is my favorite panel for the stupidest reason, because that silhouette there looks like Crow T Robot from Mystery Science.
It does.
So
It does.
that's my favorite panel from that. But if you will take a look, all of the animals, of course, Spy Seal is in disguise. He's incognito, hot on the trail of the Phoenix.
I can't not see him now. That's what I've seen.
I know. It's just like I'm experiencing a sensation altogether new to me, and frankly, I love it. So that was my week. I need a little more time from catch up, but I caught up, yo.
Yeah, you were in Australia and you caught up on movies
Oh, I did.
and books.
I did
For 18
all
days.
of it.
Man, did you sing that song? The song I keep bringing up. Did you sing it when you were there?
Yeah, we were doing a little. We went to what's that called? A place where you go find old things.
An antique
Antique
shop?
shop.
Yeah, like an antique shop.
We have those here.
I know, but I was looking for the name because it's after 6 p.m. It was like an antique shop. It was more like a secondhand store. And I was searching through records, and it comes on overhead. I'm like, is it legal to play that here? Will you all revolt? And nobody said anything, so
They
I started
recorded
singing in the thing. Nobody looked at me, nothing. So
So they're okay with the song. That's
yeah,
good.
I was
All
looking
right,
through
good
records and started just. Ding, ding, digga, doom, digga, digga, digga.
for you. Well, welcome back.
was
I'm
lovely.
glad to hear that you were able to catch up on the movies and the books.
It was good.
On over to Lady Amy.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hey.
What did you read?
So, I took a page out of
Oh,
Curtis's.
she read
For
IKEA.
longtime listeners,
She read IKEA.
yeah.
If you don't know about the wonderful, glorious, long history of Curtis every time he was on Fern Around the Horn, it is the IKEA catalog.
Mhm.
Technically, I did read stuff, but I also was under the expectation that people were actually going to say it, so I didn't want to say it. And I didn't put any graphics, so this would be really awkward. But if you like Dark Knight's Metal, number 2 came out this last Wednesday. Yes, metal. And
It was good.
the Knights have shown up.
Oh, yeah, they did.
I'll leave it at that.
In a
Yeah,
big way.
They did show
Oh,
up.
a Steve's.
Yeah.
What did
now,
you read?
Now, remember, if you go back to our podcast, before we did video and we were just audio, I think Curtis read like the first 4 trades of IKEA. So it was a story angle. That
Every
he-
season.
Yeah.
Is
Every
don't-
season changed.
Is this why you knew all of the names from Deadpool?
That's why,
when
yeah.
it came up,
yeah,
this
that's
is why?
Yeah, this is why.
Is that the joke?
Yeah, thumbs up, yeah.
Why is this like a 2 years later joke that I just now grasped?
I don't
Why you,
remember if it
come
was...
3 years.
on.
3 years later?
I don't remember if it was
Wow.
Scott Snyder's IKEA or if it was Tom King's, but we'll find out about that later from Curtis. As for me, I read Action Comics 987. Now, this is the one that's been somewhat in the news lately. Now, first I'll tell you the story that's happening before I get to the panel that brought some
Shope.
controversy to some out there. So in the story, there's a man named Dr. Oz. Here's the panel right here. Here it is.
Not Dr. Osmandius, just
Not
Dr. Oz?
Dr. Oz, no.
Okay.
Is that Oprah's Dr. Oz?
So
Oh,
what
is
you're
it?
seeing here is Superman stopping stray bullets from hitting these people, these immigrants of
Huh.
different cultures. The one doing the shooting happens to be a white man, and the man is upset that the immigrants are taking jobs from him. Now, some out there, not all, some out there have all of a sudden said that Superman's gone political, that he's gone political on going against the right or what have you. Now, they forget that the rest of this comic is tackling all the issues that are happening in this story about an oil tanker not paying attention, about to crash and hurt all these animals. These rebels in Africa who are shooting up innocent people to take their medicine from them.
He's an equal opportunity savior.
Right? That's what I'm getting. And about a cop chasing after a high-speed chase and being criticized for it, even though he's trying to help the people. But, of course, it was just the one panel that is taken out of context, and people... And again, it's not even all conservatives. It's these certain conservatives out there that wanted to find something to be mad about, and they picked that one panel of Superman stopping innocents from being shot. Something he's done since the 30s, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
30s.
They say he's saving people from Turk or Jarbs.
from people being hurt, being injured by random people. One of those, of course, was Fox News radio host Todd Starnes. He's on the radio, not on TV. He says, "Don't be surprised to see the Flash rushing Mexicans across the border, or Wonder Woman using her lasso to round up Texas ranchers trying to defend their property. It's unfortunate that DC Comics is turning its stable of iconic heroes into political pawns, hell-bent on indoctrinating." Comics have had political statements since day one.
Captain
Batman,
America.
Yeah,
Won.
Captain America punched Hitler.
Duh.
Yeah,
Okay?
like
Everybody punched Hitler.
Yeah. Batman not only puts away gangbangers and criminals, but he also goes after corrupt cops and politicians. The X-Men fought against prejudice.
they don't like falafel.
They don't like
they don't
falafel
like
either. And every story. What Superman did in this panel is no different than what he's been doing for years.
Yeah.
And again, it didn't just it went over separate, different issues. So it's actually a really good story about is it Mr. Oz or Dr. Oz? I forget the evil character's name.
I thought he was a mister.
Mr. Oz. He is basically trying to show Superman the evil that the human race can do. And he's making them make the negative wrong choice. That's why everything is happening at once. And Superman, even as fast as he is, isn't able to save everyone at once.
So really the only political thing here is just pointing out what's an injustice, what counts as injustice, and what counts as like, it's that you're shooting immigrants, not that I think that this is a thing. It's like, I don't want you to murder anybody.
Exactly.
I'll get in the way of bullets.
Yeah,
Please
and
don't take this politically.
And the main point of the story is think of the Dark Knight when Joker wanted to break Batman's spirit by showing the people of Gotham would turn on each other. But they didn't.
You're right.
Well, Oz is succeeding. He's showing humanity at its negative, and they are acting negative, and Superman is unable to save them all. That's what the story. It's a really good story. If you get past the political anger that's out there over just that one panel and actually read the whole story, you're going to see the very intriguing story that Superman can't actually solve. He's helpless at one point. Action Comics 987.
I'd also like to point out.
The more you know. What?
Well, I'd also like to point out, actually, this is the start of a small miniseries for DC, specifically for the Oz series, because
Correct.
it's going to take in a lot more people than just Superman. So if you are interested, there is literally, after they did the button, they decided to go with Oz. There's some great covers out there, and it is focusing on not just what injustice is, but it's superheroes can't save everybody all the time, and it's making the hard choices. So it's going to start coming down to the everyday people, too.
And it shows how painfully affected Superman is at one point, where he literally, the face that they have on him is just, what's happening? Why is everyone doing this at once? It's breaking him somewhat, his spirit. It was written by Dan Jurgens and penciled by Viktor Bogdanovic.
Hey.
How about that, huh? Give it a read. It's very, very good. Anyway, that was my Around the Horn.
Lovely.
Try not to get too political there. I just wanted to keep it balanced and keep it even, that it wasn't just something to be attacked on. But now, did you guys know that there's news?
Is there? Wait, did the monkey come back?
Wait,
Well,
is it that I forgot one thing I caught up on?
what?
What?
Game of Thrones.
Here we are with the news.
Did you talk to the monkey again? Have you solved your problems with counseling?
Monkey didn't show up today. Monkey stayed
Where
home.
are you, monkey?
Monkey?
News Monkey stayed home. I was able to get the papers I needed.
At least
from
you got him
him.
this time.
Is this the schlocky
Yeah,
sound
this is
effects
proving
section?
that it's
Okay.
actual news.
Real
That
good.
it's
There's news on
actual-
there.
Actual paper.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
Smells like
Actual
paper. Reams and reams of
The
paper.
first news story here is you're a doo-doo head. Oh, Monkey wrote that. Hold on.
Ooh, his handwriting's gotten so much better.
I don't have a pen.
It's cute. News
It's
Monkey.
not spelt
It's
correctly.
real
I'd have a
cute.
field day with
Real
red
great.
pen.
First story out is something I'm extremely excited about.
Do this.
It made me giggle like a little schoolgirl, which I do a lot.
How excited are you?
Oh, no big deal. So next year there's going to be another Halloween film, and Jamie Lee Curtis is returning to reprise her role as Laurie Strode.
She kind of looks like Carol there.
Notice
in
though-
Walking Dead.
Yeah, well, she's
My
wearing
goodness.
the exact same outfit that she wore in the first movie.
Wow.
The blouse, the jeans.
Same pants.
Yes, and there-
Flared out.
And there
Oh,
is
man.
her brother, spoiler alert, Michael, back there behind the
Yes.
door.
She looks really good.
She actually tweeted this, and what she tweeted, the caption was,
She's been eating her activity.
yes, same porch, same clothes, same issues, 40 years later. Headed back to Haddonfield one last time for Halloween. Release date October 19th, 2018.
Like, same.
The 40th anniversary of John Carpenter's classic, my favorite horror movie, Halloween.
I like same issues. It's like, same porch. I'm wearing the same clothes. He's still trying to kill
Still
me.
trying to
I
kill
still have to run for my life. What?
So here's what might shock you. The script is written by David Gordon Green and Danny McBride.
Oh.
Wait.
Yes, that Danny McBride.
That Danny
I
McBride?
wonder how this will turn
Eastbound
out.
and Down, Danny McBride.
That Danny
Will he be
McBride?
able to? Will you be able to tell his influence in the writing?
Well,
of it?
here's what
Like,
he said. He was actually interviewed by our good friend Chris Hardwick,
Hey.
friend of the show.
friend of the show, Chris Hardwick. He said there's only so much fart jokes you can do before you want to go do something else.
Touche.
So they didn't write it as a spoof. They didn't write it to make fun of.
Sure.
They're actually fans of the Halloween franchise. Danny McBride and David Gordon Green, the man who directed Pineapple Express
He's written other stuff, hasn't
and
he?
Your Highness.
He's a fairly competent.
He writes Eastbound and Down. He
Right,
writes
right.
Vice Principals
So
on
I'm-
HBO.
and some of Eastbound and Down. I mean, it's half drama, half comedy.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
dramedy.
John Carpenter is producing.
Oh.
He was so excited by the script that he was so hyped by it, he chose to be producer for it. So
Wow.
Very well.
McBride and Gordon Green writing, Gordon Green directing, Jamie Lee is back, John Carpenter is producing. This guy will be at the theater October 18th, camped out, wearing his Michael Myers outfit. And yes, I do have a Michael Myers outfit, mask and coveralls, maybe knife. I won't admit to that yet. And the boots. I'll be there dressed up, possibly arrested within 10 minutes of being there, then finding a way to get back there later to watch Halloween.
Because you'll be wearing your Shatner mask.
It is a William Shatner
It's a
mask that's inside out and bleached. That's actual fun movie fact right there. Did you know that, Amy?
I did. You told me
Crusader
about 5
facts.
times.
I've
But
told them so many
side
times.
note, I'll probably just like try to find you the advanced screening so you can just you'll be fine.
I'll still pay for it,
I know you. will.
Find you the advanced screening
and I'll still go there.
I find lots of things.
She does.
on the
is true.
internet.
I'm a good
She
fetcher.
does.
at night.
So
Like
there's
that
my-
Cassie hack.
Oh, there she is, right here. That Cassie Hack,
Mm-hmm.
right there. I'm still supporting these books until the movie or show or whatever they decide to do is made.
Film something.
Right there,
to do
hack
with-
slash, make it happen.
That's a good protest. I like that protest.
I'm gonna keep this going. I want a Cassie Hack film or a TV show, and if it's a TV show, it's Netflix or it's HBO. Because if it goes on I swear, if it goes on TBS, you're lucky I'm just wearing sweats and not nice pants, because I'd be walking to that camera right now and shaking it,
There was-
Ew.
shaking
if
the
there was,
camera,
if there was anybody to
the
fight
camera, shaking the camera.
to fight a one-man war, it's you. It's
It's
just like I
me.
want my Cassie hack.
I want my Cassie Hack. I almost went Will McAvoy and throw my phone at the camera.
No.
This is news night. I'm Will McAvoy. Anyway, now on to sadder. Sadder? Yeah, sadder.
Sadder.
Oh, ooh, there it is. Sadder news.
Manatees.
Thank you.
The news
St.
is startling
Jude's.
me.
We've lost a legend over the weekend. A legend in the wrestling world. Bobby the Brain Heenan died at the age of 73. This man was a wrestler, then became one of the biggest managers and commentators in the history of professional wrestling, both WWF and WCW. He managed such names as Andre the Giant and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Okay? This man is those of you who watch now and know Jerry the King Lawler was always the commentator who would be on the bad guy side.
Yeah, yeah.
Bobby the Brain Heenan made that popular. He was hilarious. The reason my mom watched wrestling was because of him, because he was hilarious with his antics. In 2002, he did have throat cancer, and he had the surgery, and since then his health has been deteriorating year after year, and finally this weekend he succumbed to it. Bobby the Brain Heenan, legend in the professional wrestling world, dies at age 73. So respect to Bobby the Brain Heenan and his family. Barry, I'm sorry you couldn't be here for that, but I know you totally feel the pain I'm going through. The guy's a legend, and if you have the WWE Network, you can go back and see all the greatest hits of Bobby the Brain Heenan, including that time Hulk Hogan body slammed Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 2, and he was complaining about it the whole time. He's that guy. So, man, that got sad. I apologize. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay. We'll be all right.
You are forgiven, my child.
Yeah.
I'll give you my WWE network and password, and you can learn about Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Well, I was
Don't
also going
say
to bring
that
up.
on the air.
I mean, I wouldn't do that. I would buy her own subscription of WWE Network.
I'm getting free stuff. Yes.
Vince doesn't watch this, does he? Does Vince or Shane or Steph watch this?
They will if they
Triple-
don't already.
triple
We're
A.
massively popular.
You're right.
Now in Australia as
Now
well.
in
Oh, we
Australia.
are, like I forgot to say in the beginning, as Barry does, your #1 podcast for all things comics, movies, and
Oh,
otherwise, allegedly.
Comic book
Certainly. Oh, in
related.
Australia, yes, we are bicontinentally.
We are
the most massive-
bi-continental. Hey,
Oh man.
if that was a belt, I'd wear it. Bi-continental champion.
But you'd lose that too.
But I'd lose that to Amy.
Yeah.
Shots fired. Gee.
She's been shooting across the bow for the past week.
I said
Okay?
across his
I
nose,
was
not up it.
polite. I was polite.
You were polite.
I was.
I slaughtered him.
That was today. I gave you an entire week of
The,
me not posting
What was the
anything.
score?
It was 6-4. That's not a
6-4,
slaughter.
so, yeah.
That is
Would
a
you
beat.
like
that
it
is
to be a
a
slaughter?
cool beating.
That is a
cool
light
beating?
slapping about the face and chest.
It means I
area.
got some shots in there, but you hit the finisher and you pinned me.
Mhm.
Also, if you get to watch that, you should just notice the speed that I answered every single.
You trying to say that you came out with an RKO out of nowhere?
Would you
That's
like
what
me
you're.
to?
That's what
You
you're,
know what?
you're attempting to claim
Hey, you know what?
is that you.
I'll admit it. Ding,
got
ding, ding.
RKO'd.
The match starts. I'm ready to go, and she RKO's me right in the beginning. I kick out after
Immediately.
2. I kick out after 2.
Okay.
But I'm weakened for the rest of the match.
This makes for good television.
I got RKO'd, and I'm trying to come back,
the gate?
and then stunner at the end. Stone Cold Stunner. You don't kick out of the stunner.
Amy,
It was
you know what
also
your
your
flaw
boy.
was? You don't super move at the beginning of the match. It
It
will
no,
never
worked
work.
in her behavior. It worked in her behalf.
I mean, you still went by attrition. That was 6-4.
yeah.
You'd
I
been
had
out
to.
first.
I mean,
It was also with your boy, so.
Wounded. In other sad news,
In other sad news, someone's still licking their wounds.
sucking their
Hey,
wounds. is what
hey,
it sounds
Steve,
like.
you ready to bend the knee yet?
I will not bend the knee. I will use my rematch
mm,
clause when I feel like it.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
All right. Before I get more upset after Bobby the Brain Heenan and losing my title to this lovely lady next to
Hi.
me, being nice on live on the podcast. We had some cons last week.
We
Did we
did.
not? Well, you didn't because you were it was out of the world.
was
So
to
my
blame.
rival here would know. We had some cons last week, and first off, on Thursday,
Thursday night.
over at the Crocker Art Museum was CrockerCon 2017. Yeah, there it is. Mix of music. CrockerCon 2017.
That is,
That's
that's a
actually better. Nicely done.
Oh, we'll edit that in post. He's got it.
Here's no pose.
Oh, this is live.
Stream now, remember?
Art, music,
Cosplay.
cosplay,
Sure.
comics. Amy, you
Hi.
were there.
I was.
What was it like?
It was awesome. So I think this is the 5th year that CrockerCon's been in motion or in the works. It starts as an art mix. Eben Burgoon, who is the author of B Squad, heads it up. It was massive. We
It's a
actually,
superhero name too, Eben Burgoon.
I know.
Gee.
So we had our own table. Curtis didn't have to carry everything all the time.
Good.
Didn't
good.
stop him.
Okay.
Good job, buddy.
Oh, it still did. Okay.
Good job. But we were between Sack Blue, which is another podcast, and our new friends, the graphic.
Sack Red.
No,
Oh.
that would be Sack Gold.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's blue and gold teams. You know how this goes.
Ah.
We also were next to the Graphic Novel Explorers Club, which is a brand new podcast. They do 12 graphic novels through the. Okay, I'm lollygagging and stalling. Basically, we had a really great time. We got to get up on the stage. We had Kyron from Big Tree Comics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Friend of the
And,
show.
and
Guest of the
Ricky,
show.
Ricky came by and he was like, "Hey,
Friend
you
as well.
guys, what's up?" And we're like, "Ricky."
Same episode.
Barry took a page out of Sir Aaron Carter from Video Game Bang, his notebook, and was wearing him some shades the entire time. So did Curtis. It didn't make any sense, but it worked. I guess you could see. And it was really fun. And I was Velma. And there's pictures on Instagram, so you should look at those.
I use air quotes here, but I went
Heard.
last year as well, right? I didn't attend this.
No, you didn't.
But I mean,
Australia.
last year as well, we were at CrockerCon, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You did crossovers.
And
So
after that-
2 years running.
Yes.
How was it this year as compared? Was it bigger? Was it?
It was bigger. It seemed a little more chaotic. There was a lot more people.
In a good way?
In a good way, though. Actually,
More people,
being able
yeah.
to have a sound system provided, I know, helped ease some of the
Oh.
problems we're working on.
Nice.
Cool.
Doing everything for post, a wrap-up video. We've got pictures. We've got an interview, a crossover interview with Video Game Bang. It was just a lot of fun.
It was more of a turnout? Much.
There was much more of a turnout. It was on and popping
Nice.
in the main. It was on.
On and popping, as
all
the kids
popping.
say on the
Was
streets.
also lit.
Fam.
It was.
Lit fam.
I just want them to say it.
And if I'm not
Saves my
mistaken,
troubles.
It might or might not have jumped off.
oh yeah, there it is.
It did.
It was hot like
It
hot
did.
like fire, you might say. They spit hot fire.
Is that where the lit came from?
Yes, it was so lit because they spit hot fire.
Interesting. Like Dylan.
Like
I know him.
Hash-
I know
why are
him.
you
Friend of the show,
hashtagging?
Dylan.
I was going to say, I believe as well, our favorite professor was in the
Xavier?
house. Not Xavier.
Ah.
Our favorite
That's your
professor,
favorite.
Dr. Michelle Foss Snowden, was
Hey.
there live. They were discussing, I believe, race and gender in comics.
In comics. And it was
Nice.
her and John Marcotte from Heroic Girls. And they were on before us, which was really hard because they took the entire audience with them when they left.
Nice.
She's fantastic, and her hair looks great.
Doc Foss, I know
You're
you're
so
feeling me about how happy I was about Sterling K. Brown winning the Emmy last night for his performance in This Is Us, Best
Yes.
Actor. We're Twitter friends, me and Sterling. We chatted. We actually had a conversation. It was
Hashtag
about
Best friends forever.
4 tweets back and forth. It wasn't a celebrity going, "Hey, you're good. Nice, thanks for liking me." No, he chatted. I chatted. He chatted back. I chatted back. We had a conversation. It was great. Sterling K. Brown is now one of my favorite actors.
Also, Professor, it's good that you are discussing the finer points of these things because if you had left some of us in charge, you would have gotten, hello, in comics, some of us is mans. Some of us is
Womans.
blacks. We have races and genders.
Races are good.
So
Doc Foss, are you here?
she was
Doc?
supposed to be here.
Doc Foss is supposed to be here.
Where's the van?
We need her.
Yes.
So
need
it's
you.
good that you did the job.
Yes.
It
We can always
is.
count it. We gotta have her back on the show.
We do. Can we? Can we?
The
The
man-
curious case of M. Foss. If you're following her on Instagram,
Yes,
Yes, which you should
please
have
do.
after the show that she was on, guest of
which
the
was
show.
fantastic.
Yeah,
If
curious
you-
case of info.
If you're attending Sac State, take one of her courses. Even if you're not majoring in media like I was,
She good.
take one of her courses. TV criticism is even if you're not going to Sac State, just walk on to the campus.
You just say even if you're not made of media like I am.
Even if you're not made of media like I am, I have made of media.
That makes a lot of
I
sense.
was
now.
created by the medias
Oh my god.
in a fortress of mediatude, and here I am,
I came from one medium
From
and
one
I
medium.
turned into
media man.
medium.
He's medium. Mediuman
I deliver the media
to the medias.
to the medias of all the mediums.
Sounds like maybe a Jewish way to say meteor man.
It does actually.
I'm media man.
Media man. Media
Yeah.
man. He's
Media
a good guy.
man.
I came from the sky. Wolf bang, media man.
Now I want to go
No,
home and
you-
watch Meteor Man.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
He
you-
reads a
Robert
book called
Townsend,
Super-
right? Robert
Meteor
Townsend,
Man.
right? That's the name, yeah.
Just touches the book.
Legendary actor and director. He directed Eddie Murphy Raw, I like to point out, just so you know. Yeah, just so you know, okay?
Quite the direction.
Yes. That was off the rails a bit.
It's
just
off the
by
rails on a crazy
mentioning-
train.
Just mentioning Dr. Foss and Sterling
See,
K.
miss
Brown.
you.
when you mention Professor M. Foss, it jumps off.
Just stumble
It
onto Sac
is
State.
always off and popping.
Just stumble onto Sac State, find her classroom, listen to her class.
I
At
mean,
least get 10 minutes
only
out of
if
it.
you're enrolled. Don't just stumble on and
No,
jump into
I
the
thought
class.
it was
campus.
allowed.
If you just walk in, and eventually she'll be like, "Who are you?" And then at least you got 10 minutes out of it.
But she knows me, so I can get in for like a better deal and maybe just bring her pops.
Yeah, mention our name and see if you can stay in the course longer.
See if nobody kicks you out.
Say the
I'm
Cableless
hopeful.
Crusader sent me, and she's like, "I love them. I don't know you," and then you're out.
Did you bring me pops?
Yes. So many Spocks. How many Spocks
I
do
brought
want?
you the
So
tribute.
many Spocks.
I hope she likes us. Hope she still likes us. Doc Foss, we love you. Thank you. There was another con that happened as we got back on the rails.
Are there any pros in all of this, or just
There's
Saturday was California Republic Comic Con,
Republic?
I like that these like you guys are back together. It's
whom
nice.
we are,
Booster and Beetle.
whom we
They've
are
never sat this close.
the official podcast of.
We
California
didn't
Republic
even
Con.
look at elbows. We just
We just did it. It was
On
no
point.
problem. Booster and Beetle.
point blank. High
This
five.
is why we don't let you guys sit next to each other,
This
but
is-
I'm entertained.
This is
Keep
what
going.
happens when there's no Barry and I'm the
Just-
host. Oh, all over the place. Con. Whatever.
High fives, on point.
So, California Republic Comic Con
Yeah.
in Merced was this past Saturday from 10 to 5. We had such names. We had people from 2001: A Space Odyssey. We had Julie Dolan again, the voice of
Dave?
Princess
Dolan.
Leia. Not Dave. It wasn't Dave.
Hal?
Dolan.
Not Hal either. It was
One of the monkeys?
it was not one of the monkeys.
Was it the big black
It was
slab?
the Molyneux. It was the big black Molyneux.
Yes!
Oh, the
No,
Molyneux.
Frank was there. Frank, he was in
Castle?
Not Frank
Yeah.
Castle.
No.
It'd have been bloody. He was Julie Dorn was there. We had two
Totally.
Power Rangers there from Samurai and Rescue. I knew the original Power Rangers. I don't know the other
Same.
ones.
Chris Marion.
Chris Marin,
Was back.
who I had the pleasure of interviewing over at Grape City Con.
Yeah.
That was outstanding. I learned who the man was during the interview, and it was outstanding. The guy's a legend.
Just blowing you away with
Everyone-
knowledge. Like, I
right
should
you
have
are.
researched before I came into this, Mike. Yeah.
Wait, I'm hosting? No.
What else have you done? I've done knowledge. Like, oh my God, haven't you tried?
It's happening. It's always happening.
Australia.
What was
Nixon
this
never
quote?
went there.
That's Lex Luthor, Superman 2.
Oh.
Oh,
When
I
he-
thought it was Nixon.
when
I'm
he-
I
sorry.
am not a Nazi.
No, he walks in the White House. He sees Zod and Non, and I forgot her name, and they're talking about how they can find Superman. And he's all, "I just want one thing." And Zod's like, "What do you want?" And he says, "Australia." And he's got the cigar in his mouth, the peace symbol.
Hackman.
Gene Hackman. Lex Luthor.
Hackman.
Anyway,
Yeah.
anything we have to share about our California Public Comic Con, which we are the official podcast of. Thank you very much to California Public Comic Con.
I feel terrible. I couldn't make it. That I was out. We're the podcast, and I was like,
I know Barry was walking around there with his. Was that the Venom shirt he was wearing?
His light
Yeah.
blue Venom
Light
shirt that he
blue Venom.
acquired this last week.
it was hot.
Yeah, Barry. Good choice.
I saw the picture. That was
That was
hot.
an amazing shirt.
I
And
know
the
where to
shades
get you
and
more.
everything. Ooh. Okay. All right. And I believe our boys, Video Game Bang, were there.
No,
They
it
were.
was.
They were at CrocCon.
They were at CrockerCon.
Apologies.
But newly acquainted friends of the show, Hardly Heroes,
Hardly Heroes.
Hardly Heroes podcast. Apparently, you have some problems with me.
Oh. Oh, besides the title,
Come hither.
what's the problem? What does Hardly
What was
Heroes
that
have a
now?
The
problem?
you know that list that I'm supposed to be working on?
Oh, the movie lists.
Oh yeah.
The movies she hasn't watched.
We've
list.
been on you about that though too. So
I
I
know.
mean,
Mm.
We also brought it up on the live show, and
this just kind of reconfirms them doing it. Is like you have to double up
nobody's
and
given
see
me a
these
written
movies already.
list.
What's the one you're on? Yeah, I got
Godfather,
Predator.
Terminator, Predator.
I did First Blood.
You did First Blood.
Did you watch Running Man?
Yes, I loved Running Man.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Rambo 2?
No, I haven't got that. yet.
Okay, that's great.
Wonder Woman came out. I'm supposed
Did
to
you watch
that.
Jingle All the Way, perchance?
Dasher danza Franz Mexico.
Oh.
Those are my cookies.
Put the cookie down
Oh,
now.
these cookies are so good.
entire line.
Anyway,
Okay. If only Barry were here.
He'd be
Barry
so
right
mad.
now,
He knows my
Barry right now is going, "What are they doing?
What is-
What are they doing?" He's thrown his phone at someone.
Why you don't take me out of the middle chair?
Was it a 6-star?
Chaos.
He and his Maui curls are just like
Side
shuddering.
note.
And he can't fight back. He
Oh.
can't fight back
The
right now.
hook is broken. Why?
Side note.
Yeah, side note. Go.
So my smallest met him, and because my smallest is, nyeh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and he is so, nyeh,
Mhm.
she couldn't connect that he was Barry, so I kept saying, "This is Barry. This is Dr. Barry. This is
Is that a
Mr.
unit
Barry."
of measurement where you're from?
Yeah.
Nyeh.
All
Nyeh.
right. All right.
So she's looking at him going, and then his wife leans over, Lady Barry, and goes, "It's Maui." And she goes, "Maui."
Knew it.
And
He loves that.
And he
He
was
loves
just like,
it.
he shook his head, but she chased after him, goes, "Maui, come back, Maui, come back, Maui."
No, what would have been the best if she had tried to get him on a raft. So he's just like the whole way.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
he's a reluctant.
You're
He is Maui.
welcome.
I can hear him yelling right now. I have that connection with him. I can hear him right now yelling.
Why do you guys have a weird connection?
You know, don't worry about
You
it.
live
don't
so
say
far
sit
away.
next to the man long enough, because I mean,
I've been sitting next to that man for a very long time.
Yeah.
How
Episode 1
long?
it goes back. Episode 1, 2014.
Oh.
In the former
yeah.
Crusader Castle before it was burned down.
And when we
Everything
were
gets burned
audio,
down.
I sat across from him. I did not
Yes.
sit next to
I sat in his
I
chair
didn't
once.
see any of those.
him once.
So, California Republic Comic Con Amazing event. Saw the pictures. Thank you for having us being there. Thank you for making us your official podcast. We can't wait until the next event, which I believe is
Is it Pleasanton?
I
Next
think it's
year.
Pleasanton. Yes, Pleasanton. Yes.
We'll find out. We'll do the research. We'll be good.
Research it.
They had a countdown going on Instagram. That was fun.
They
That's
still
good.
do,
It's
They
like
did.
yeah.
a
That's right.
thing. So follow them on Instagram. You will see when the next one is
Or-
nearly exact. You can count down by day.
And the other thing you can do is totally come in and check out our Instagram because all the pictures, all the coverage, all the sass, it's all.
Barry's light blue Venom T-shirt.
How much sass was there? I
Hardly
feel like I missed
There
Heroes. Getting
was-
sassy.
It was so sassy.
it. Maui in a light blue Van.
It might be what's his sassy? What was that guy's name?
Don't bring up Joshua Sasse and John Cena.
You guys got to see the last
don't
episode.
do
You
it.
really, really need to see the last
Don't
episode.
make me tilt the hat. Don't make me wave the hand in front of my face because I don't have a rap ready for tonight,
No.
so I can't do that. It takes me time to build raps. Anyway, that concludes our show.
It does?
It does.
Wow.
It does. We went over all the things we're supposed to go over. You've survived a hosting gig by the Azorian one, Anthony Steves. This is my second one ever. The other one was on video.
It
So
just took you forever to build raps. You just did this one in
this
no
chair
time.
is sweaty. That's how nervous I was.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't look. Don't look.
you need a Destiny butt towel. Is what you need.
The Destiny butt towel.
I'm
Yeah, when
so
you're a
curious
Titan.
and so mortified.
You get a butt towel.
A Destiny butt
Wait,
towel.
you have a
everybody
butt
has
towel?
like an arm piece or like a cloak, and the Titan one is a butt towel. It's just like a little towel you hang off. You're like, oh.
I don't play Destiny, but there it
You
is.
should. You get a butt towel. It'd help with your sweat problem.
For the Capeless Crusaders, I am the Azorian one, Anthony Steves. To my right, we have
Amy, you can find me at iJaneURobot on varying social media. I still kicked your butt. Steve's,
Oh my
I'm looking
God.
forward to it. Anybody else that would like to come challenge me, please. I'm tired of sitting next to him right
That's
now.
such a gracious
Guy
winner.
over there with the hat that is not the Rush hat. Oh, that way?
Oh, it's not the Rush hat.
It's not the Rush hat.
Oh look, it's Kangaroo.
It's a roo. Just fresh back from the LDU. I'm still the Mad Piper, at the Mad Piper, as you can plainly see. And back to the middle guy over here for the show's wrap up.
As she
and
continues with her ranting and raving about being the champion. We are the Capeless
Wait.
Crusaders.
You can find us at
Our fantastic website that
That
will be popping
usually-
up shortly. There
How?
it is.
Yeah.
TheCapelessCrusaders.com for all our social medias. That's right.
How
That's
dare
for you. Social medias, our blogs, our photos, everything Crusader is there.
Now that the show is finished,
For-
go.
Wait.
We are the Capeless Crusaders. Good night.
Good night.